In the dimly lit cafe, Sarah fidgeted with her phone, nervously glancing around. She was waiting for James, a guy she'd met on a dating app. They'd chatted for weeks, and tonight was their first meeting. As minutes stretched into an hour, her anticipation was overshadowed by a growing sense of unease. Just when she decided to leave, a tall figure approached her table. His smile was disarmingly charming, but there was something unsettling about his eyes. She brushed it off, attributing it to her nerves. As they chatted, Sarah found herself drawn to James's charisma. He was articulate, funny, and knew just what to say. But amidst the laughter and conversation, she noticed subtle shifts in his demeanor. Moments where his gaze seemed distant, his smile strained. Ignoring her instincts, Sarah agreed to go for a stroll with James. They walked through deserted streets, the silence unnerving. The atmosphere grew heavier with every step. Sarah's heart pounded as she realized they were heading toward an isolated park. Unease tightened her chest, but she tried to maintain composure. James seemed different now. His jokes turned darker, his laughter hollow. Panic simmered beneath her smile, but she didn't want to offend him by leaving abruptly. As they reached the park, Sarah's phone buzzed. It was a text from a friend, a lifeline in the increasing discomfort. Fingers trembling, she attempted to discreetly text back, but James snatched her phone away, a twisted grin playing on his lips. The air grew colder as dusk gave way to night, shadows lengthening ominously. Sarah's pleas to return were met with eerie silence. Panic clawed at her throat when she realized James had led her deeper into the park, away from any possible help. Desperation consumed her. She feigned a smile, trying to mask her mounting fear. Suddenly, James halted, his demeanor shifting drastically. His eyes gleamed with an unsettling intensity as he lunged toward her. Terrified, Sarah bolted, her heart thundering in her ears. Branches tore at her clothes as she sprinted blindly through the darkened park. Her breath came in ragged gasps, terror lending her speed. She glimpsed a distant figure and, with hope sparking in her chest, ran toward it. Relief turned to horror as she realized it was James, somehow ahead of her. He stood, an eerie silhouette against the night, blocking her only path to safety. Frantic, she veered off the path, crashing through underbrush. Her legs burned, her lungs screamed for air. But the park seemed endless, a maze designed to entrap her. Finally, she stumbled upon a road, relief flooding her. A passing car stopped, and Sarah begged for help, her words tumbling out in a rush. The driver, alarmed by her disheveled appearance, dialed emergency services. Hours later, Sarah sat in the safety of a police station, recounting her harrowing ordeal. The park was searched, but James was never found. Her date had turned into a nightmarish chase, leaving her haunted by the sinister intentions hidden behind a charming facade.